All right, what is up, everybody? We back again with another video. I decided to go live, so we're gonna wait for some people to get in here. But for one thing, what's up, King Warrior? Had a little bit of issue with the live stream when I started it out. We got a new little setup, so hopefully you guys get a little bit better quality with the camera. I think I got a little bit of lag too, so um, King Warrior, let me know, is it coming through okay, or as you see some lag? Because I got some lag watching it on the playback. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we gonna let some people come in here. I just really want to talk about what's going on with this container thing, and some truck updates and what I did as far as getting my out of state plate so I can run out of state for those who gonna see this on the playback. But I know it's kind of early, so I'm not sure if a lot of y'all gonna see this on live because it is Saturday, and I know people probably home resting up. If you was over the road, all week, you're probably gonna catch this, later. So I got it up, so hopefully the quality is good enough for me that I would just leave the video up instead of deleting the live. Because last live that I did, I deleted it. So I did it this way so we can kind of talk and I could kind of like answer some questions and stuff like that directly, to people who want to like, interact with me right here. So I got some lag going on. It's okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Deandra Bridges, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing this morning? We don't got many people watching us, so I just want to say what's up to everybody. And then in a little bit, we're going to talk about, what's been going on the last week or so that's passed, with the truck and everything like that. I know a lot of people have been sending me messages interested in, the container business and stuff like that. But it's been going good. Everything's been going real good, just as I planned and I thought it would. It's a lot of good freight and containers that far as, that's will keep you moving and stuff like that. So I'm the best YouTuber. I try to be, man. I just feel like I just want to put out, good time, good content or information, should I say, that's helpful to people, and that's all it is. I'm just sharing my experience, and I like to, bring that across in good quality because I feel like, quality is everything to me, when it comes for something I'm gonna do. So that's what it's all about, man. What's going on? I'm not at Rosedale, Ryan. I left probably almost a month now because I wanted to get into the container business, and Rosedale had a sweet thing going on in Savannah, but they just didn't want me to run it as an owner operator or leasing my truck through them. So I ended up buying a truck and going elsewhere. I am. We're here with the family right now, and I'm just in my little getaway right now to talk to you guys, and um, that's that. So that's kind of like it's a challenging thing, man. So I don't really speak about that much. Miss Deandra Bridges is who I'm speaking to right now. So, but yes, I am. Um, yeah, man. So let's see. Let's get into it. How y'all doing this morning? I know y'all up early, man. It's not really early because I know I be up 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning during the week every morning. So like typically on Saturdays and stuff like that, I try to sleep in, but I can never sleep past 8. So that's why we up early. I can never sleep past 8 at all. So let's talk about what's been going on. So for the past week or so, what I've been doing was trying to get my truck fully registered. Because in order for me to be running on my own plates and my own insurance and stuff like that, I had to get my truck registered under an IRP so I can run state to state. You can go state to state, but let's say, for example, that I wanted to go to Tennessee, or let's say Kentucky. Let's say I had to run through multiple states to take and drop off a load. I would have to get a trip permit for each single state that I'm gonna run through. So it just made more sense for me to get an IRP, and which is basically you got to pay state tax for every 48 states to have an appointed plate. That way you can run through all the states and don't have to get a single trip permit for every time you wanted to enter into another state. that you cross out of your jurisdiction, which my jurisdiction is Georgia. So we finally got that. I haven't got my plates yet, but they send me all my information so I can kind of like run outside of Georgia without having to get permits. So that's what I've been doing. I've been just basically getting my truck set up with the company that I'm with now, just so that I can move it around if need be. Because one thing that I see in this, that I've learned in the business, like you really don't understand these companies. A lot of people ask me like, "What's the best company? What's the best company?" I feel like the best company is the one that's going to provide, for you what you need, far as getting home, right? You want to get home and you want to do whatever it is you want to do. That's the best company to me. So long they keep you moving, they got plenty of work, and you can kind of like they don't be on your back. That's the one you really want to pick and go to. Company or owner operator or leased on or whatever. So um, I'm with these people out of Pooler, Georgia. They keep you running. They got freight, and we doing that. But what I did want to do was get my own plate and my own insurance, because if I had to, I could just move along. So that's what I'm doing right now as far as the IRP. We got all that set up. So if you're interested, I'm gonna just go real briefly on what it takes to get that. Of course, you got to have your own truck and all this stuff. And a lot of companies, they want to lease you on, or they would put you under their plate program, because it's real simple. All they have to do is they probably have an online account. They can just type in the truck information, on another, to add it to their plate or their RIP, and then they can get new plates, and you can put those plates on your truck, and you can run under that. But when you started a new one, they want to see all this information about proof of residence and your driver's license, of course, and all this other stuff. And you have to have an actual lease agreement that got the DOT number from the company and all this other stuff. So it's just been a process. That's why I wasn't able to put out videos or whatever, because I was trying to get all this stuff situated and working all this at the same time. So it's been kind of a challenge. So that's what I've been working on with that. What kind of truck did you get, and how is it working out? Any problems? The truck is great. The only thing that's going on with it is it has a prime issue right now, and it hasn't stopped me from doing work, because what I would do is I would have to manually prime it, and I have all the um, I have all the warranties and stuff like that. So it's just a matter of me taking time to drop it off to the Freightliner dealership. And by dropping your truck off to the dealership, it's going to take them 3 and 4 days and whatever. So you got to schedule time off and stuff like that to get that done. So, but it has a prime issue. You have to manually prime it. And once I manually prime it, it starts right up. So it's something like if I shut the truck off and try to start it back the next morning, it loses prime. So I'm gonna get that taken care of. It hasn't stopped me from running nothing like that, but that's what's going on with the truck right now. But we're gonna get that taken care of ASAP. So um, did you go through the bank to get your truck? Ron, I went to the dealership and I went through their financing, which they financed me through Daimler Truck Finances, which is like, it says Mercedes-Benz Financial or whatever, but I guess it's called Daimler. It's the first financing option that Freightliner uses, and that's who I got my truck through. And I actually just got my first truck payment notice today, so I do have to make that first payment on the truck. So, but that's why I went through to get the truck. So, but how you guys been doing? So, what's going on? Let's see, Ace Boogie. You was talking about how my truck running. Like I said, it got that little situation going on with it, but we got to get that done. It's not many people in here, but I did want to talk about that, because let's talk about now what's going on with the port containers, man. I would say this about containers. You got to be careful with them, because if you guys saw the video, when they come and bring that box and they drop it down on that chassis, you have to lock it down ASAP, because I've been seeing people, when we pull up to the port and you getting ready to take that thing off, what they do is, before they get to the spot that's going to take the container off, they'll unlock it. And then when you go, you can literally go over like a speed bump, and you'll see that thing rocking and be about to fall off. So it's a different game, man, and it's also different too, how the truck maneuvers and stuff like that. Those boxes be heavy, and we have to get overweight permits and stuff like that when you're crossing over state lines and stuff like that, or you about to go through a weigh station and those boxes weigh more than the average van container and stuff like that. So that's a situation when you're dealing with containers. You got to make sure you lock them, strap them down, because them things can flip over, may flip you over. I'm not sure. So I'm just being cautious with that, because I've seen one of those things rocking when they unlocked it before it got to the actual spot it needed to go to. So yeah, they keep me running. I do various different things, when it comes to running, because like what I would be more what's more preferable to me when it comes to running, I would like to run something dedicated. It might be boring to some people, but I like more like so to go to the same place. Like I like to pick up the load and drop it off and go to the next place, and I kind of like know what I'm doing. Like when it's so random, like you go into all these different shippers and receivers all the time, you know, it's cool, I guess. But for me, I would prefer to have something more dedicated. And it's not a big deal. They're working on getting some different stuff, some more dedicated opportunities. But right now, everything's so random and they get loads on the fly, which they get a lot of loads because, like, it's so much business going on to where they get plenty of loads, plenty of freight because containers go all over every single day. But I would rather prefer to go to like Jacksonville, Orlando, come back up, stay in Georgia. Like I wouldn't prefer to go no further than South Carolina, no, and Georgia, Florida. That's my little lane, and I can make real good money just staying right there. Far as weather, all we'll see is some rain. None of the snow. I haven't seen snow in the last year or two now. Like I've been watching. I saw Guilty. He was up there in the snow and he was ready to go home. And I seen a lot of accidents on the news and stuff like that with the snow stuff. What's her name? I can't think of her name. Keep it 100. She was riding in the snow and something happened to her truck. So I hope everything's okay with you. I'm not sure if she watches my videos or not, but I watch her channel, and I see that she was just riding down the road, and I guess she may hit some black ice or something, or she was pulling a light load, and wind pushed that truck and sent her into a jackknife, and that's to me it ain't worth it. That's why I stay southeast, and I can almost be certain that they is not making no money than I make. Like you probably making the same thing going over there doing all of that. So I don't see the purpose of even driving over there. Those people if you guys drive and work in the snow, I hope y'all making a lot of money. I hope y'all making a lot of money to do that, because otherwise it ain't worth it. Ron, I'm here's the thing about authority, because I'm at one point when it comes to authority, I've made up my mind. I'm like, I'm getting my own authority. There's nowhere around it, because I'm looking at load boards. You can go online, and some people will give you quick access to their load board so you can see what loads that they have available before you sign up, because some of them charge you like a fee or a monthly subscription or whatever to sign up to get access to these load boards. And it's loads out there. I'm telling you, I think the object is to cut out the middleman, which is the carriers or brokers or whatever, and go straight to shippers and receivers, get direct contracts with them. That's where you can make your money at, because you're not having to split it with nobody. So that's what the authority would do. But in a sense, it costs money, man, and that's what it's all about. You have to pay into it. You have to pay to cut out these people, and it's costing a lot of money. That's why I am headed in that direction. That's why I speak of having my own insurance and my own registration, because that makes it that much easier. And it's also companies that'll handle it for you. Like you can go to DAT. If you heard of the DAT report, DAT.com, DAT.com, they'll do the authority paperwork stuff for you. I think it's like $6.99 or whatever. So if you want to be lazy about it, you don't want to have to fill out all these forms, gather up all these forms, the easy way to do is pay somebody who know what they're doing when it comes to that, and you can get into your own authority that way. And then once that's set up, all you have to do is worry about insuring your company, getting everything insured, which would cost you anywhere from 15 to 25,000 a year. But The alternative is what everybody does is lease their truck onto a company because you're not responsible for safety. You're not responsible for that because you're leased onto a carrier and it's the cheapest way because you paying for the insurance or registration, whatever they want to charge you weekly. They take it out of your settlement and stuff like that. So that's the easy route to go. And if you can get with a carrier, a small carrier that will let you use their authority and you can pick and run whatever loads that you want to run, you just run another their DOT number, then that would be a great option. But if you really want to have full control, then you would definitely go the authority route. So I'm definitely looking at both. But as of yet, I haven't found a particular company that meets that requirement to allow you just to work under their authority and they get a small percentage and you can kind of run how you want to, work when you want to type of thing. I haven't found that. So the only alternative to get all the money that you want running local, regional, not running far at all, maybe 200-300 miles a day out and backs. If you get your own authority, that would be no problem, especially in this area. Pooler, Port Wentworth, with all these port stuff that's going on. Plenty of work, plenty of money, plenty of options. So if you got your own authority, you'll win all day with that. So that's what I want to look into. Um, let's see. Are you going to keep the truck or are you going to buy another one? Oh, I'm gonna keep this truck. This truck is not going nowhere. Even if once it's done, paid for. Like I said, I plan to pay the truck off next year, or if depending on how business is going. Like I said, I got things kind of under control right now. That I can actually spend more time in getting the truck paid off. So what I would do is even if I did pay it off and I didn't want to deal with having my own drivers per se, I would, lease the truck to a company and they can hire the drivers for it and I would get a percentage off that truck if I decided to get another truck. That would probably be the only way I would run into having multiple trucks because I'm not the one that think that I'm about to deal with drivers unless I get somebody that's real dedicated and we can work together, we can be partners and we have an understanding and we can run and get money together. But as far as me just trying to hire employees and stuff like that, I just don't want to deal with people like that because they tear up your equipment, they smoke in your truck, they leave it places and then you got to go recover it. I've heard nightmare stories. So if I did get into multiple trucks, it would be leasing it on to a company unless one of my good people that watches me, y'all want to, get down and we be partners or something like that on the truck, you know, I would definitely consider something like that. But as far as just having employees, I don't think I'm running that route. So, but I'm definitely keeping this truck. Um, so that's it. That's what's been going on with me. We've been running good. We've been in and out of the port. We've been going down to other ports, and we've been doing local deliveries, Atlanta, um, um, surrounding areas, Noonan, Georgia, and stuff like that. We've been up there. I haven't even been ever since I left Rosedale, which is a North Georgia company. Like they up like past Atlanta, up getting up into the Tennessee area. I haven't even been that far up. The furthest I've been up was like Atlanta, and that's it. That's the furthest North Georgia I went, and I've been to like surrounding areas like Noonan, Georgia, and little places like around Atlanta that don't have port access. So we bring the boxes from the port up into those areas, and it's a drop. I drop the box up there, and I'll even get paid the bobtail to my next area, like the same thing. Like I get a percentage of the whole load, and I can drop that box bobtail, and then if I have to come back from here to go get that box to take it into the Savannah port, I get paid an additional. I pretty much get the same thing I got paid to take the box up there. I'll get paid the same thing to go empty or bobtail into that area to get the container because I have to take it back into the port. I'll get paid double for that load, and it's about the same percentage. So that's less fuel, and then when I pick the box up, that's less fuel because it's not heavy. So I get paid double just to go back and get. If I have to go back and get that box and take it into the port, I get paid double for that. And that's typically what happens. Because, like, for example, let's say PetSmart, they got a container that they want us to get out of the Georgia port, Savannah port. I'll go in there, and then their containers or their product that's inside the containers typically is not on pallets. So we're not going to sit there and wait 3 and 4 hours while they offload it and then count it and get all this. So we'll take the box up there and I'll drop it. And then it probably give them 2 or 3 days to get it unloaded or whatever. Then I'll go do some other stuff, go get some other loads and stuff like that. When that box is ready to come back, they'll let us know. And, most likely I like to go get those because, like I said, that's the same money. So I'll go get that empty container, take it back into the port. And then we get paid for going in the port to get the load out. We get paid for taking it back in. So, that's how I do those. Let me see. Let's see what's going on here. What's up, Joe Johnson? Yeah. How's it going, man? How's Joe Johnson doing? Um, but that's what I've been doing. That's what I had going on for the last few days. We're gonna take some time to get that prime issue done. But that's as far as that, the truck been running great. It gets decent fuel mileage, probably just like my other truck. Like I said, it runs a little bit better than my other truck. But for now, that's where I was at. That's what I was doing is, just getting the truck set up because like you asked, I am really considering getting this authority thing. And if I do it, it's going to be within this year or in the end of this year if I go ahead and make that decision to get the authority. In the meantime, like this company that I'm at, they're not really set up to do what I want them to do. But as far as, you know, paying for all of this stuff that I need to pay for, I get paid, real decent. So I'll be able to afford to take it to the next level. I'll be able to afford to get my own authority. I can afford my own place and stuff like that. So um, it's 75%, 74%, 100% of the fuel. 74%. So like I gave this example a lot of times too. So if you go on so if you look at what the rates are to take a container, like let's say from Savannah to Atlanta, they're ranging anywhere from 8 to 1100, depending on what it is, depending on the weight. 8 to 1100 on that, and then fuel surcharge can be anywhere from 80, 150, maybe almost 200. I think I got paid 240 something on a fuel charge to go to Atlanta. So, and that's what I probably would get to do one of those. And typically, you could do that. You could go from Atlanta, you can go to Charleston, and that pays pretty good too. And then you can do Jacksonville twice a day. And I would say this about the company that I'm at, because when I originally talked to them and I was getting ready to come up, or it was between two companies, right? It was between a company called Donovan and it's between this company that I'm at now. It's Eunice, all right? Their name is Eunice. They're out of California. And I was gonna go with Donovan, and I was talking to the guy, and I just saw him a text, and I was like, "Hey, I decided to go in a different direction." He was like, "Why?" And I told him, I said, "Donovan is kind of doing more what I want to do," and that was just running something more dedicated. And when I got over there, he was like, I was more interested in the Jacksonville runs. He was saying that, hey man, you can go to Jacksonville twice a day. You can get up in the morning, go to Jacksonville, bring the box back, grab another one out the port, go to Jacksonville, come back, and that's pretty much your day. But needless to say, I haven't ran to Jacksonville yet. And that kind of made me feel some type of way a little bit. But I've been running other stuff that been paying good. So, and I mention it every now and then on a jokey slide tip. I'll be like, man, yeah, I ain't ran one of them Jacksonvilles yet. And he'll say something like, um, we just wasn't getting much Jacksonville stuff, or I haven't been putting down for more Jacksonville stuff because the other loads was paying more. If it's any truth to that, I don't know, but I don't have any reason to give him. I don't have any reason to doubt that because he's getting loads and he's going for the more higher paying loads, which is, like I said, all the runs that I run, they pay pretty good. So he's saying that he's been focused more on those loads because they pay more versus what the Jacksonville loads and stuff like that pay. So, that's why I wasn't really tripping about doing the Jacksonville and backs. Even though I felt like if the Jacksonvilles did pay a little less, if I was to do two of them, like you said, if I would have ran Jacksonville back, grab another Jacksonville back. By the time I do that, would it equal up to what I'm making or a little more than running up to Atlanta in the northern, like would I get paid more doing that? So that's how I kind of looked at it, but I wouldn't know because he said what he said. Lamar G, sup, bro? New channel. Watched a few of your vids. Like your attitude, man. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I'm 33. I'll be 34 in August. So I'm 33 years old. How often you get home? Man, I'm home all the time. Like throughout the week. So I mean, it's been on track to where I'll at least see home every day. Because like let's say if I leave Monday, all right, and then I come home, you know, some maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday. Like for example, this week, I left out on Monday. Now home Wednesday. I was home. I left out Monday. I was going Monday, Tuesday. Then let's see. Then I was home Wednesday, Thursday. Left out Friday, Saturday, Sunday home. So I mean home almost every day probably. I don't know, something like that. I'm home all the time, pretty often, and still making probably I would say more than what I was doing regional. I'll make more money. I'm making more money now. I would say this because I don't like talking numbers because people are like, oh yeah, you do. I make more money. I was at Rosedale Transportation running regional, and I make more money home more doing what I'm doing now. And I'm probably going to get more once I figure this thing out. We're probably going to be able to do a little bit better. But home time is definitely no longer an issue for me. Weekly on fuel, I'm probably going to burn no more than 700 bucks a week in fuel. I'm not burning much fuel at all. Like I really don't go far. So I don't go far at all. And like I said, I've been staying, you know, right here. So if I needed to go home, let's say I needed to get home, right? For example, and I ran out up to North Georgia, it would be nothing for me. You probably, to just come back home. But it would make more sense to grab something and then come back, to make it worth it instead of just coming back empty or something like that. So if I needed to go home, I could go home like every night if I wanted to. Like I could go up there and come back. I could be home every single night. But it just make more sense, far as fuel and business wise, to have something to get paid to get around, get paid for my moves. But if I absolutely needed to come home, I can get up in the morning, run a load, and come back home if I wanted to do so. So home time is definitely not a problem. Insurance on my truck, like I don't have none of the other company stuff. I think I have through them. I do have they have some type of insurance that you have. I didn't get occupational. They required me to have occupational through them. So I would say I'll say my deductions, for example, and then I'll tell you how much my insurance is. My deductions for the company that I'm with now, they only take out $145 a week. That's it. That my total deductions is 145. Everything else is mine. And my registration for the IRP that I just got it was 1,700 for my plates. So $1,700 for my plates. And that's for the year, of course. So I don't have to worry about plates coming out or nothing like that. My insurance, I got um, physical damage, bobtail, whatever the coverages that I need for my truck, and it comes up to 356 or something like that, 356. And they wasn't. I'm with OIDA, OOIDIA or whatever, OIDA. That's who I have as the insurance, and they're like this membership. They have like the best of the best of owner operators or whatever they say, and they offer all this different kind of stuff if you're a member with them. So that's what I have, and I think it's in the 356, 356 is what it is, and that's for all the stuff that I need. And she said that it would have been cheaper, but because I came in a little under 3 years of having my trucking, like my CDL. I didn't have my CDLs for 3 years yet, by the way, if you didn't know that. But because I didn't have my CDLs for longer than 3 years, my insurance is a little more than, you know, than what she said would normally come in at. But she said once I cross over the 3 year mark, then my insurance would definitely go down, and that's just for that insurance part. So that's what I pay. Lamarji, 32. You've been running containers for 7 years out of Norfolk, home every day. Yep. Yep. You could definitely. So what you do you do drayage? You do drayage for a company? Like basically you go into the port, get the containers and you pull it out and that's what you do? Or do you do a little out in bags, Lamar? Oh. Ron, you too. You got your own insurance too? 14 Kenworth. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I got a 2014 Freightliner Cascadia, and it seems like that's the truck that sticks with me because I've driven the Peterbilts, I've driven the Volvos, and the Internationals, which I hate, and the Freightliner, man, it just stuck with me. So I just bought one of those, and that's what I got. But I was always telling myself when I buy a truck, I'm gonna get the Kenworth, but I I didn't go with that. Yeah, man. So 2 years. Okay, Ron. So Ron, what do you do? Are you still over the road or you do regional? What you do? Um, because I know if you're over the road, I feel like you should be getting paid real good because a lot of people, they running in the snow and stuff. But this video is getting up there. If you guys got any questions, I'm gonna take the next minute or so. You can ask me right now, or just drop a comment after the video, or shoot me an email, or whatever the case may be. But I really appreciate, the few people that hung out with me and just did a little rundown on what I've been going through for this week. And then what I'm probably gonna do is try to, take some time to get out some real life footage of what I'm doing currently so you guys can get a better idea of what I'm talking about that I say I do every day. I'm gonna record it. If you guys, I haven't even done one yet because the last video I did was kind of like a visual. I was talking to you guys and I was just showing you guys clips. But I'm gonna try to do a video as I do it, so you guys can see what I do on a day-to-day basis, which is not hard at all. So that's what I'm gonna try to get out for you guys coming up. So I hope this also too. Like I went to the store and I bought this cam link card so I could try to use a better quality camera to do these lives for you guys. So hopefully the video came across okay because it looks like it's lagging to me, but I'm not sure. But the last video that I did on live for you guys, I hated it. I deleted it because the quality was shit. So I went to the store and bought a cam link, which is an HDMI thing. You plug it into your computer and you can plug it into any nice camera that you have, and you can try to get some better quality live feed videos. So if you're on the live and the video quality was good, I appreciate, that's what I went, that's the links that I went through to try to get you guys good quality because I hated the quality of the last live. So let me know how that turns out for us. I scanned my car and loaded by crane registration, uh, refrigerated containers. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the same thing. In the port, they have a thing. If you look at the other, they have a thing that they give you when you go register your truck for the port, and you put it on the back of your truck, and they scan like so when you go get in your spot for your box, they scan that and they know what box you're there to pick up, and then the crane comes by and drop the container on your chassis. Or you OTR trainer for Tyson? I had my own truck last year. I was leased on with Landstar. Yeah, Landstar. I was even considering Landstar because believe it or not, Landstar. Like, if you don't want to go through your whole authority, I called them to ask them, how the freight was in my area to see what type of runs that I can do for myself running with Landstar because Landstar actually have a container division, and I haven't spoke to the container guy directly. The lady there, she sent me. A freight sheet that basically shows from Savannah to the different areas that they go to. And Landstar would be a good option if you really don't want to fool with the whole authority thing, because you can pick your own loads and kind of go wherever you want to, and you can run under their plates and stuff like that if you don't want to deal with that. So Landstar was definitely an option, because they do have a container department, but I don't have the full details on that. I'm gonna have to do. I will definitely be taking a look at them to see, what's going on with that. But the company that I'm at now, they running good. They got freight, and we doing all right. But as for that, I'm gonna have to do some. I'm gonna have to check in the Landstar, because you really don't know what you're getting into until you actually get to the companies. Because, like I said, I was told Jacksonville is not a Jacksonville yet, so you really don't know until you get in there, man. And they can flip on you. So I don't know, man. I showed my friend your channel, especially your vids on CR England. He agreed with all your licks of them. My licks. Yeah, man, CR England. People to this day be leaving comments on CR England videos. Like, to this day, they be like, "Oh yeah, it's trash," and I don't know, man. But to this day, they still leaving CR England comments on my videos. I don't know what it's about, but whatever. Yeah, man. So Landstar, I'm gonna definitely be checking out Landstar, but before I do the whole authority thing. But right now, I'm really pricing up the authority, because that looks like the direction that I'm headed in. So insurance is the main thing. You can say what you want, but I don't think that I'm gonna even deal with the paperwork and none of that. I'm gonna pay somebody to do that. Even though I could probably get on my computer right here, figure it out, and go through every step by step piece of paper and information that is required for me to obtain my DOTMC. But why? It's too time consuming. I'm already having to drive the truck and do all this stuff, and I'm busy. I can barely make videos for my people, and you think I got time to deal with some paperwork for an authority? And I'm trying to make videos for you guys. Nah, but I'm a pay somebody to do that. It's like $500 or $600. They're gonna do all my paperwork for me, and then it's gonna be set up, and then all we got to do is insure the business, and then I will be just trying to find shippers and receivers and getting direct contracts. That's my goal. I'm not gonna keep. It's not gonna be no secret to what I'm trying to do. We have we have the truck. We got our own place of insurance for a reason, and then we gonna get the insurance. We gonna get the authority packet together. We gonna have somebody do that, and then we gonna take all of this along with my experience keeping our driver's license clean, making sure we're not getting into no trouble. We're gonna have a clean MVR, and we're gonna take this information to shippers and receivers and get direct contracts dedicated. They say, okay, every day we got so many loads, we need to get it from here to here. How many could you do, whatever. And then if I do that, it will be hella easy to put on another truck. If I got more loads than I can handle, I get another truck, get somebody that's reliable, and we can run my dedicated freight. As for me going from here to there and all the way over here and all these different random places, I'm not interested, because it's time consuming, it costs us money, and it's just not a smart way that I want to run business. So there you have it. That's my plans. I'm not trying to be all over the place and everywhere. So Lamar G got my CDL from Swift, stayed 2 years, then flatbed with PGT trucking for 1 year. Now been doing containers ever since. Oh yeah, you say you do containers in VA. Yeah, man. It's good money in containers, because like I don't like dealing with the loading and unloading thing. So that's probably why. 10 years and 9 months of experience, respectively. Absolutely. I know I can learn a thing from you, especially when it comes to the container thing, man. Because the containers is new for me, and so far, it's going good. I'm kind of like just learning as I go, so that's where I'm at with that. But I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you as always for supporting me and sharing my experience with you guys. If anybody take anything away from what I'm trying to do or what I'm learning, then that's all that matters. I'm gonna continue to do videos, because that's what I'm here for, just to help you guys out, just by telling what's going on with me, And by doing that, I see that it helps a lot of people. I get you guys' emails, and I do respond. You can ask anybody. You email me, I email you back. Even if I just drop a line if I'm busy, I'll be like, "Hey, man, just to recognize, you know, or acknowledge that I did get your message, And if you try to message me or DM me on Instagram, a lot of times I don't get those because I don't really do the Instagram thing like that or be on there just with Instagram and the DMs and stuff. So the best way, if you email me, it come right to my phone, and I can respond to you and write you back and stuff like that. So that's the best way. If you guys want to holler at me, hit me up, email me, and I'll respond. Because like I said, it comes directly to my phone. The whole Instagram thing, if I'm not following you or you ain't following me, I don't get the message. You got to go to hit the request and see the whole bunch of people who you don't talk to trying to talk to you, and I really don't see those. So that's why if you sent me a message on Instagram, I probably didn't see it. My email is in the description below, but it is friends@imkomos.com. If you email me right there, I definitely would get it because it would come to my phone. Yeah, man. If I got any questions, I would definitely. I mean, I can't think of none off the top of my head right now. But what about the company you running with? They good? Do you pick your loads? How do they run you? Um, or like I said, I don't think you ever told me whether you just do dredge or do you go to customers or not. Thank you, Ryan, man. I'm gonna stay safe, and I want y'all to stay safe too. All my drivers out there, y'all make sure y'all be safe, and don't run in the snow, man. It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be running out there in the snow. Like, it's just it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Stay southeast or stay. Well, if you in the VA, I know you probably get some snow, but if I hope you running up there because that's where you live at. And not because of nothing else. But VA, you probably get snow. You probably a pro though. You've been driving for 9 years. You're a pro driving in that snow. All right. But you got my email? Let me see. I'll type it here in the chat too, just in case. Um, Before I get out of here. And you guys can hit me up. I answer everybody questions. I don't try to withhold no. Nah, I'm in Chicago. Nah, D Hollow. I'm in Georgia, man. Chicago. It's cold as hell in Chicago. I wouldn't last at all. I wouldn't last at all. It's a lot of new people coming. Like y'all, I mean, I'm about to go. Crazy Bubs, Crazy Bubba. Shout out to you. D Holler just came in. Y'all kind of caught me in the end, man. I've been on here for 43 minutes. That's why I was trying to. It was kind of early in the morning. Y'all just woke up. Y'all must be just woke up. So if y'all want me to come on here later on today, I probably could do that since I probably got up too early for y'all or something. We gonna probably come back later today. I could do that. I'm at home today. So, I'm gonna check this video out on the playback and see how it came through to see if I can tweak some things if it's lagging or something like that, because this is really the first one that I put up with the new cam link situation and microphone so I can get better videos for you guys. So I'm going to check that out, and then I'm going to try to fix some stuff if it did come through right. And we might come back a little later on today if y'all thinking some questions about that. But that's what I'll probably do. I'm going to check out this video. I'm going to see how it came across because it's my first time doing this. And then I'm going to probably come back later on and see how that goes. Because I'm going to leave this video up. But the plan was this. If I put these videos out, hopefully it'll be good enough quality. I can just leave it up. I won't have to delete it. See, what's up, Dragon Smoke? Still got eye boogers? Yeah, man. As you can see, I've been on the live for about 45 minutes now, so we about to go. So I'm probably going to have to come back after I check this out, like I've been saying. And we're going to come back on that. But it's good to see y'all guys coming here. It's good to see y'all holler at me. But email me. I put the email in the chat. Holler at me. Y'all want me to come back? I'll come back a little later. Let me know a good time. Probably be in the afternoon when everybody, is up you know, then got back home after running their errands or whatever, chilling with the fam, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Okay, so as always, thank you guys. I appreciate the love and support. Until next time, I'm see you in the next video.